All right. Hi, everyone. Officially welcome to the Capital Area School Development Association Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event with us this evening. We have some fantastic schools here with us. My name is Stephanie, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, just a few quick housekeeping items for you. Just a reminder, your camera and microphone are off, so our panelists cannot see or hear you. However, you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions happening. There are some others happening tomorrow. So please feel free to check out the website and sign up for anything else that you are interested in. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/CASDANY. I will put that in the chat as well. I would now like to turn it over to our first presenter, the Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts. David, you're muted.
That would be helpful. Thank you.
It happens to all of us.
My name is David. I'm the admissions counselor from Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts. We're located in North Adams, Massachusetts, which is in the northwest corner of Massachusetts, sandwiched in between Vermont and New York there. We have we're a pretty small school, 1,500 undergrads, so big enough that, not everybody's in your business. But small enough that you could walk across campus in 7 minutes, see lots of familiar faces. Our average class size is 17, so you're never going to be lost in a big lecture hall with 200 students with your hand up for 45 minutes, not getting called on. You'll always be able to get the attention that you need from your professors and everybody else on campus. Not going to the next slide. There we go. So we have 21 majors, but under those majors, we have concentrations and minors. So it comes out to over 80 programs of study. Under each of these, there's bound to be something that you're interested in. But if you're not sure what you want to do yet, that's perfectly okay. About a third of our students come in undeclared. And being a liberal arts school, that means you take our liberal arts core your freshman and sophomore year. So you're taking classes in all different disciplines like history, math, English, science. And that can kind of help you decide which direction you want to go in when it is time to declare a major. We have over 50 clubs and organizations on campus. So with numbers like that, there's bound to be something that you're interested in. But if there's not, you can always start a club that looks really good on a resume and it's really easy to do. We also have 14 Division III athletics programs. Being a small school, our athletics community is very tight-knit. They get lots of support from both the campus community and the local community at their games. As far as campus goes, we have a brand new dining hall that you could see in the bottom corner of your screen. Right above that, you could see our brand new fitness center. These are part of a lot of campus upgrades that we've been making. In addition, we've just built a new Center for Science and Innovation. So lots of exciting things happening with the physical facilities on campus as well. As far as housing goes, we have a 4-year guarantee. We're never going to kick you off of campus. We have a 3-year residency requirement. So freshman, sophomore, junior year, you are required to live on campus. Most students will live on campus for all 4 years because we offer a variety of living styles from long hallways with bedrooms on either side to suites to apartments. There's a living style for everyone on campus. Some application info here. We are on the Common App, so just a few clicks to apply when you fill that out. When you apply, you're also automatically applying for all of our merit-based in-house scholarships, and 85% of our students will receive one of those just based on their application. So when you apply, the things that we're going to need from you are your personal statement essay, which is any of the essay prompts on the Common App, your high school transcript, and your letters of recommendation. If you took ACTs or SATs, we are completely test blind, which means that we don't look at those scores at all. We know that a 2-hour test that you stress about and cram for doesn't represent who you are as a student or a person. So even if you were to send us those scores, we wouldn't even look at them. We do accept AP scores of a 3 or higher, dual enrollment courses of a C or higher, and IB courses. So there are ways to come into MCLA with some college credit already and be ahead. And finally, some tuition information here. We have a special rate for New York and New England students that is pretty on par with our Massachusetts in-state rate. But you could see there the in-state, out-of-state, and the New York and New England rate. I'd say don't be intimidated by those numbers there. I know anything with a comma can look big and scary, but through the scholarships, through the FAFSA, those numbers come down even more. But yeah, that is a little bit about MCLA. And if anyone has any questions, I would be happy to answer in the chat box. Stop sharing.
Great, thanks, David. So I'm now going to go ahead and share my screen. Hi, everyone. My name is Hannah Kingsley, and I am the Assistant Director of Admissions at Champlain College. I want to apologize in advance. I just had a note pop up saying that my internet connection is unstable. So I apologize if I cut out at any point while talking, but I'm going to go ahead and get started before that happens. So here at Champlain, we have about 2,100 students located on our campus, and average class size is 16 to 17. As you can see here from our little map, we are really centrally located between Boston, Montreal, and Albany. So while Burlington is considered a small city in comparison to those locations, we are the largest city within the state of Vermont, and we are known as one of America's #1 college towns, as there are a range of colleges and universities located right here and nearby Champlain. It would not be a Champlain College presentation without taking time to talk about our upside down curriculum. And what this means is every single student starts in their major from day one on campus. So if you know exactly what you want to study, perfect hands-on experience all 4 years. You're in that major right away, building the skill sets that you need in order to go out and get internships and to confirm that this is the right program for you. However, maybe you come to Champlain and you thought you knew exactly what you wanted to study, but once you're in the classroom, you realize it's not quite the right fit for you. This allows for you to change your major and still graduate within 4 years. And if you're undecided, you can work really closely with our advisors throughout the summer prior to coming to Champlain, and we'll make sure that you are on the right path for you and your passions. I know we've been talking a little bit about majors here, and unfortunately, we do not have time to go over our entire list of options. However, we do have 32 different majors at Champlain and a range of minors and areas of concentration as well. I would highly recommend heading to our website because we list the entire curriculum for every single academic program that we offer at Champlain. And it's a great way to make sure, first of all, that you know what kind of classes you would be taking. And secondly, if you're trying to choose between 2 different majors, this is a really good way to explore some of those options and determine what might be the best fit for you. Thinking a little bit about our application process, I first of all want to mention that there is no application fee to apply to Champlain College, and we are test optional, so you do not need to submit any test scores. This is just a little overview of everything that you need in order to submit your Champlain College application. Early decision applications are due on November 15th, and regular decision applications are due on January 15th. Much like all of our majors, you can go to the website to read a little bit more information, or you can always reach out to me or anyone from the admissions office at Champlain College. For financial aid, every single student is automatically considered for merit-based aid when you apply. However, to be considered for need-based aid, we do need to have that FAFSA information on file, which went live on October 1st, so it's ready to fill out if you are a senior for this year. I also want to mention that we have the Champlain College Count On It guarantee, and that means any scholarships that you receive specifically from Champlain will remain with you all 4 years as long as you remain a full-time student. In addition to that, we do accept all outside scholarships as well, and we will not change our institutional aid if you were to bring in outside funds from another location. Thinking a little bit about our student life here on campus, our students are very active as we have over 60 different clubs and organizations and over 20 club and intramural sports teams. We also encourage students to go and check out Burlington itself and really enjoy their environment of where they are for 4 years and have that community in Burlington and also have a community right on our campus in Burlington. One way we do that is by having all of our first year students actually live in restored Victorian mansions throughout their first year. What's really nice about this is, first of all, we are located in Burlington's historic Hill District, so you do get to live in a Victorian mansion for your first year. It is anywhere from 15 to 50 people living in one of these residence halls, and you get that instant sense of community in addition to having possibly a fireplace in your room, a rounded corner, or maybe even getting the opportunity to live in our 2-story tower room. It is not required to live on campus, but traditionally about 80 to 85% of students do choose to do so. And then in closing, I know I'm almost at the end of my time, so I wanted to make sure to mention that you can always reach out to us at any point in time. As you can see on the screen here, this is the general contact information for our office. However, I will also be dropping my personal contact info in the chat, and I look forward to having the opportunity to connect with all of you. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hannah. So now I'm going to start my presentation. My name is Michelle Atala. I'm a counselor at the University of New Haven. Just share my screen real quick. Awesome. So the first thing that I like to bring up when talking about the university is some of our rankings and recognitions. We were ranked by the Princeton Review as one of the top 387 best colleges in the country for the 2022 year. So another consecutive year in a row. We're very proud to hold this ranking. We're also ranked one of the best colleges by the US News and World Report for another year in a row. So again, just some rankings that we're really proud to hold. So we did turn 100 last year. We were founded in 1920, so 2020 was our 100th birthday. And one of our birthday gifts was the Bergami Center for Science, Technology, and Innovation. This is a brand new 40,000 square foot facility. I won't get into it too much just because of the time right now, but we're super excited to share this with our current and incoming students. So I do just want to talk a little bit about our location. We are located in West Haven, Connecticut. So we're just about 5 miles from New Haven. Downtown New Haven's like a live college city. There's a whole bunch of colleges in the area. For example, Yale, Quinnipiac's right around the corner. So when you're going to these events over in New Haven, whether you're going to catch a concert or a museum or having some of our pizza, we have some nationally ranked pizza in the area. You're going to be meeting students from all the surrounding colleges. So it's pretty nice. We're also right next to the beach, so just about a 5-minute drive from Long Island Sound. We're right next to the biggest mall in Connecticut, as well as just sandwiched right in between New York City and Boston. And we have the train stations that will get you right into either cities. New York City is about a little over an hour, and then Boston in about 2.5 hours. So we have just over 5,000 full-time undergrads on campus. So that puts us in the small to medium-sized campus range. We're small enough where you'll see one of your friends walking to class every day, but large enough where you'll meet someone new every single day that you're on campus. We have over 100 majors and programs, as well as over 85 minors and certificates. Something actually that you can tack onto your studies. And so, you know, you're going to get that attention from your professor. Our professors know the students' names. And excuse me, I know my thing just says my internet is unstable, so I'm sorry if I start to freeze. But your professors are going to know your name. A lot of times they give out their phone number. That way you can contact them if you're, you know, studying for an exam and you have some questions or stuff like that. We also have over 150 clubs and organizations. So there really is something for everybody. When I say that there's something for everybody, we have a Jedi Knitters Club. So for students that like Star Wars and like knitting, there's a club for you. And you can easily create a club by just grabbing 3 other classmates and a faculty member. And you can create a club and apply for funding as well. So I do just want to talk about this very important statistic, 95%. So 95% of our 2019 graduates within 6 months of graduating either had a job directly in their field of study or went on to graduate school. What's significant about this number is that we do not count the students that got a job not related to their major. So this is only students that either got a job related to their field of study or went on to graduate school. We have over 50 dual degree programs, which basically allow you to get direct entry into your bachelor's and your master's. So you'll save about a year of school, which will obviously save you some money as well. And then our Career Development Center, which kind of ties into our 95% job placement rate. Our Career Development Center was actually ranked number 17 in the country for career services. And that's because they do an excellent job working with the students to make sure that you're, on the right track, that you're in the right program related to your goals. They're going to help you with your resume, interviews, finding an internship, and all of that stuff. So who's a charger? About 30% of our students identify as part of an underrepresented group. 90% of our first year students live on campus, and then 65% of our upperclassmen live on campus. We have 40% of our students from Connecticut, and then 60% from out of state, as well as 55 foreign countries represented on campus. So we have a very diverse population of students. And I do want to mention that 90% of our faculty holds a PhD or the terminal degree in what they're teaching. And you'll never be taught by a TA, a teaching assistant. It's always going to be the professor. So we have 5 colleges on campus, and these house all of our 100 majors and programs. And these are just some of the places, just a very short list of where our students have gone on for internships and jobs. The list is much, much longer, but of course it looks much neater like this in the presentation. We also have study abroad programs. So we have over 100 study abroad programs, and we're really proud that we have a University of New Haven campus over in Italy. So you can actually study in Prato, Italy for the same exact tuition as you would studying over in West Haven. Just very quickly on student life, I know I only have a minute left. We are part of the NCAA Division II in the Northeast 10 Conference. We have 18 varsity teams. We have a marching band, a dance team, a cheerleading team, and this is all along with our just about 200 clubs and organizations that we have on campus as well. We have 5 first-year halls for our first-year students, and 4 out of the 5 are set up in a suite style. So a majority of our freshmen are living in suites, which is pretty nice. I did just talk about sports, so I'll skip over that since I don't have too much time yet. I want to get into the application process. So we are part of the common application. We're test optional, so you do not need to submit your SAT scores to us. If you do, we have a no harm policy. So if it's not going to help your application, we're automatically not going to consider it. We're also essay optional, so you do not need to submit the essay in the Common App to us. All that we ask for is a letter of recommendation, and then your high school transcript, and then college transcript if you took any college courses as well, and then a $50 application fee, but we will gladly waive that for you. If you just reach out to us, we'll send you the code for that. And I know I'm over 6 minutes, so my time is up, but just know that our deadlines start December 1st. And the one that I recommend is December 15, because that's non-binding, so there's no contract involved with that. And then obviously when you apply, you're automatically considered for a scholarship between $10,000 and $28,000 per year. Thank you so much. I'm going to hand it over to the next representative.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Robin. I'm the Associate Director of Admission at University of Hartford. I'm going to go through our school a little bit. University of Hartford was founded in 1877. We became a university in 1957. We're located central in Connecticut, about a 2-hour drive from Boston and New York. We are situated on 350 acres, so it's a pretty expansive campus, but it's only a 10-minute walk from the residential side to the academic side. This is a view of our residential side, or excuse me, our academic side that looks a little bit different today. We have a brand new building that I'll talk about in another slide that is situated now right in the center of our quad. We do have public transportation that comes through campus. So if you need to get to the Amtrak station, the Greyhound bus station, the airport, anything like that, that's very easy to do. We also have an on-campus shuttle that'll bring students to off-campus locations. Freshmen are allowed to have cars on campus, but you don't need to have a car to be able to navigate campus and off-campus locations. We're a small to medium-sized school, about 6,500 total students, about 5,000 undergraduate students. That means your class sizes are going to be 17 to 20 students approximately. We don't have large lecture halls on campus. We have 2, and they seat approximately 45 students each. So that would be the most that you would ever have in a class. We do have students from 49 different states and 47 different countries, and an 8-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We're comprised of over 7 different schools and colleges. We have the Hartford Art School, which is our fine arts school, the Hart School, which is our performing arts school, the Barney School of Business, the College of Engineering, Technology, and Architecture, the College of Education, Nursing, and Health Professions, Hillier College, which is a transitional program for us for students that we feel need a little extra support from high school to college, and then the College of Arts and Sciences, which houses the majority of our majors. Some new programs that we just started, aerospace engineering is in its first year, stage management and technical theater as well, occupational therapy, robotics engineering. So we are continuing to expand on our programs. We have over 100 different programs of study to offer our students. This is a view of our new building on campus called the Hershey Center. So this was just opened a few weeks ago. It is for our health science students as well as our engineering students. So it features state-of-the-art laboratory space. We have a labor and delivery lab, a fully functioning apartment for students to practice home health care. We have a concrete lab, a wind tunnel, a robotics lab, lots of really amazing spaces for our students. This is our Center for Student Success. This is the only non-academic building on our academic side of campus. It's a one-stop shop for our students. So if you're looking to get help with understanding your bill, if you need to talk to your first-year advisor, if you want to add a class, change your major, add a minor, everything is done in this office so that you don't have to run to 4 or 5 different departments on campus. We also have our study abroad office in here, our Office of Student Engagement and Inclusion, residential life, and lots of other places. We have over 100 different clubs and organizations on campus, everything from academic clubs to community service clubs to honors organizations. So if there's something that you enjoy doing, we probably have a club that would fill your need. We have over 400 performances each year that students are allowed to come and view. So that's put on by our performing arts school. And we have 17 intercollegiate athletic teams. So there's always things going on the weekends. Most of our students do come from out of state. So our campus doesn't empty out on the weekends. There's lots of activities and things to keep you busy. We do accept the Common App. We also have our application on our website. You would need the completed application, your personal statement or essay, and we ask for 2 letters of recommendation, but we require just 1. We are test optional as well, so you don't have to submit SAT or ACT scores. We have an early action deadline of November 15th. If you apply by that date, there's no application fee and you receive a decision within 2 to 3 weeks. We also have a second early action deadline of December 15th. Again, no application fee for that date, and you'll get a decision in about 3 to 4 weeks. After that, we are rolling admission and we accept students until our programs fill. All of our students are eligible for academic scholarships at the time of admission. So your acceptance letter would outline what that scholarship is. They range up to full tuition, and they are renewable for all 4 years. We also have need-based aid after that. So that would be determined by completion of the FAFSA. That is my presentation. I will stop sharing.
All right, thank you so much. Good evening, everybody. My name is Randy Ferguson. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions / Coordinator of Multicultural Outreach at Quinnipiac University. It's an honor and privilege to meet everybody. And I'm going to talk to you guys today about Quinnipiac University. So let me just share my screen. All right, perfect. So we're going to start talking about the campuses, 3 campuses, and later on we'll talk about populations, academics, and then last but not least, the admissions process. First and foremost, Mount Carmel campus, this is the main campus. This is where you will be living for your first 2 years. Once you do enroll into Quinnipiac University, you are promised 3 years or guaranteed 3 years of residency. Also in Mount Carmel, this is where the main buildings are for academics. Also, this is where the student services will be here present. You do have the Carl Hansen Student Center. That is where we have our dining stations, bookstore, and many other amenities present there. You also have the library and the athletic recreational center, which we are currently renovating right now until next fall. So if you do decide to come to Quinnipiac University, you get to see a brand new athletic and recreational center. Then about 5 minutes away from Mount Carmel, you have York Hill. The York Hill campus is a very beautiful and residential campus. This is where juniors and seniors live. Also present at the York Hill, you have People's United Center. That is the NCAA men's and women's ice hockey and basketball team arena. That's where they play. And then last but not least, you have right there in the bottom two pictures, the beautiful Rocky Top Student Center, which is similar to Mount Carmel Student Center. You have the dining services, gym, infirmary, public safety, and many other things inside the student center. And about 15 minutes away, we're 10 to 12 minutes away from the Mount Carmel campus, you have the North Haven campus. The North Haven campus is an academic building. This is where you have the School of Law, Education, School of Medicine, Nursing and Health Sciences present there. Nursing and Health Science is the only undergraduate program that's there, while Education, Law, and Medicine are graduate programs. So we are a medium-sized institution. I like to say that we're in a smaller scale size of the school. So if you break the numbers down, we have about 10,000 total students. But again, break it down, you have about 7,000 undergraduate, 3,000 graduate. Let's focus on the undergraduate numbers. That results into a small classroom size, which average class size is about 20 to 24 students. And the student faculty ratio is about 15:1. It means you have a more intimate time with your professors and your classmates to make sure that you can build a relationship between both. And then our academic education experience is that we're hands-on. And you see, for example, this is what we're hands-on of. We give you the opportunities and the resources to make sure that you're going above and beyond the average college graduate. As you see, for example, for health sciences, we have a diagnostic image suite with MRI, CT, and ultrasound scanners. We're going to communication, we have a gorgeous and big communication center. And if you're going into engineering, we have an active classroom, which is basically the engineering lab. Moving forward, things to do outside of the classroom, we have about over 150 clubs organizations. We are a Division I school. The hockey team is the best one to watch, men's and women. Intramural sports, we do have, and if you're interested in playing club sports, we do have 22 teams. 21% of our Quinnipiac students are in Greek life, and they are prevalent, and they mostly do community services. Two things about Quinnipiac University that is very important is that we're a student-involved school, and we do community service. So that's when we ask for with extracurricular activities, we want to make sure that if you are going to come to Quinnipiac, that we're going to see that you are active inside and outside of your high school. We know that you can do the same thing in Quinnipiac. We have about 60 majors, 49 minors, 35 dual degree programs, and they're all are listed in the 7 and 9 schools that we have in Quinnipiac. Dual degree programs, we do have 35 of those. Those are opportunities for you to get a master's degree in a short amount of time, and also to save you some money in your undergraduate years that the tuition will be fixed. We do have 3 deadlines coming up. We have early decision, that's November 1st. You get notified by mid-December, so happy holidays. The first early action, this is recommended for all health science and nursing applicants who are interested in getting into those schools. Apply by November 15th. You get notified by mid-January. And then regular decision, you have until February 1st, mid-March. We're not rolling admissions, we do have a hard deadline. How to apply, we do require a college essay, high school transcript, 4 years of English, 3 years in math and science, 2 years of foreign language and history with 6 selected credits. 2 to 3 letters recommendation, but we do ask for 2. If I could go back to the transcript in a second, for health sciences and nursing, we do ask for 4 years of English, math, and science with 2 years of foreign language and history and 6 selected credits. We are test optional. We are a test optional school. However, we recommend test scores for health sciences and nursing. So if you feel like your transcript is strong enough, instead of you submitting your test scores, you can definitely do so. But we do require test scores for physician assistant and 3+3 law. But other than that, we are test optional. And we do offer financial aid. We do offer a merit-based scholarship that ranges from about $12,000 to $20,000. It all depends on your grades or your test scores and your grades when you do submit those. 9% of students do receive 9% of Quinnipiac students do receive some sort of financial aid. 47% is covered by Quinnipiac. So merit-based and also need-based, so that does come from your FAFSA information and any other external scholarships, grants, and loans. So if you have any questions, I will share my information on the chat. I will start sharing my screen and moving on to the next person. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Randy. Hi, everyone. My name is Raven, like that's so Raven. I'm currently an admissions representative for the University of Connecticut. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Another thing I'll note as well, Jeremy Krause is actually the admissions officer for Westchester County in upstate New York. So I'll be sure to drop both of our contact info at the chat after our presentation. But let's get started. So the University of Connecticut, we are the flagship university for our state, as we are the largest. We do have over 24,000 students that attend UConn. However, we do have a total of 5 campuses. That photo that you see on the bottom left corner, that is beautiful stores. It's a very rural campus, so nice balance between green, but also academic, residential, and administrative buildings. But regardless of which campus you might attend, the power of the pack is definitely something that's added lots of value to UConn graduates to this degree, given that the University of Connecticut has consecutively ranked within the top 25 for public institutions for the last 10 years. So definitely something to look forward to if you do graduate from our university. Within that, again, Storrs is our main campus. UConn, Hartford, Waterbury, and Avery Point, they don't offer housing, given that we do have a lot of commuter students that might attend locally within the area. But also UConn Stanford is actually the only other campus that offers housing. We're finding that students there definitely have more opportunities as they're closer to New York City. But as you can see, overall, we're very centrally located to a lot of the major cities. But again, if you're really looking for that traditional UConn experience, Storrs is definitely going to be the campus for you. Within UConn, we actually started out as a very small agricultural school. So we currently offer over 115 different majors, 320 minors and concentrations, and this is across the board for our 10 different schools and colleges. On average, our student to faculty ratio is 16:1. Maybe within your first year or two, students definitely might experience, a larger lecture or a larger course. But as you get down to the more nitty gritty of your program, that's definitely where you'll see that smaller class size and more one-on-one attention with your academics. On the right, those are the list of all of our schools and colleges that we have, and a majority of them can be offered at Storrs. But all at UConn, we're all about pushing what's possible. So we do have an excellent honors program, definitely a great way to really push yourself academically, maybe adding a little bit more rigor to your coursework. And all students that do apply to UConn with their regular application are automatically considered. There is no separate application for our honors program. And then the last thing I'll note, we do have some special programs. So definitely a great way if you're a very eager high school student that would like to apply to UConn with the intent of going to our grad school, definitely you can apply to those programs if you would like. They don't guarantee grad school, given that our students do have to successfully complete their undergrad requirements. But again, definitely a great way to know that you'll be able to go all the way. Our medicine and dental medicine programs are 4+4, so 4 years undergrad, 4 years of medical school. Law is a 3+3, and then education is one of our quickest programs. It is a 3+2, so 3 years undergrad, 2 years of a master's, and students have earned their bachelor's and master's in 5 years. So definitely lots of great programs that we offer for our students. In addition to our honors program, all students are also automatically considered for merit scholarships. So definitely a great way, knowing that you're just submitting your application alone, you're automatically considered for that. If you take a look at the bottom of the screen, December 1st is our priority deadline. So we don't do early action or early decision, but if you apply by December 1st, you're considered priority for our merit scholarships and our honors program. So definitely something important to note. Outside of the classroom, our students are definitely on with inspired energy, given that lots of our students are definitely willing to extend what they're doing within their academics a little bit above and beyond. So the first thing I'll start with, we do have over 200 different experiential global learning opportunities. So maybe when it comes to internships, research, or fieldwork experience, study abroad even, we have lots of opportunities for students all across the world and even on our own campus as well. Next thing, over 1.3 million hours have been spent annually on community service by our student body. Definitely goes to show with that large number that a lot of our students are willing to be involved, but also within the community service, we're also fostering relationships within our community to really set our students up for internships, field work, and research experiences. And then lastly, when it comes to finding that value of your degree, when it comes to picking your school, UConn actively has over 700 different organizations that recruit students on campus. So not just Connecticut local companies, but companies all throughout New England, in the country as well. They truly seek out UConn graduates. So definitely a great way to maybe meet a company that you didn't know existed before, but we do have tons of students on campus that are able to find their job as soon as they graduate, which is great as well. Next thing, which is my favorite part, a little bit about our campus environment. UConn is home to 21 NCAA Division I athletic teams, so a ton of champions live at UConn. Phenomenal basketball programs and hockey programs as well. But maybe if you were looking to continue that athleticism, not necessarily at the D1 level, we do have 37 different club sports, so you're able to still compete against other colleges and universities. And we do have over 1,500 athletes within that. While champions do exist within athletics, we definitely believe that champions exist within our extracurricular programs. UConn does have over 700 different club campus organizations for students to be a part of, and they've all been founded and led by our current students. So definitely opportunities for our students, again, to really be involved and pursue their passions outside of their academics. So when it comes to applying, you can use the Common or Coalition app. The personal essay is required and letters of recommendation are optional, but we strongly encourage them. You can send in your official transcript through your school counselor, or you can do the self-reported academic record, which is the SRAR. So if you have access to your grades, you can input them yourselves. We are test optional, so we do not require any official SAT or ACT scores. And if you would like to include that, you're more than welcome to. If not, it will not impact any admissions decision, honors, or scholarship consideration. And then lastly, we do have that application fee of $80. So kind of going over the deadlines one more time, December 1st is going to be that priority deadline for merit, scholarship, and honors consideration. That also remains the hard deadline for our special programs, so that's applying with the intent of going to grad school. January 15th is our regular stores deadline, so anyone that does apply then is still considered. We should be receiving your FAFSA by February 15th. And then again, we don't do early action or early decision. So everyone finds out if they're admitted to UConn, receive scholarships, or any financial aid awards by March 1st. And then lastly, May 1st for our regional campuses. But with that being said, it is on, but it's on together. If you have any questions, we'll be sure to drop our contact info down in the chat. Thank you so much, guys.
All right, last but not least, hi everyone, my name is Thomas. I am one of the Senior Assistant Directors of Admissions at Washington and Jefferson College. I'll be dropping my email at the end of this. If you do have any questions, you're more than welcome to reach out, but hopefully I'll look forward to hearing from some of y'all. With that, I'll go ahead and share my screen and we'll go ahead and get started. One moment here. Okay, so just to get a look started about who we are, where we are, for those of you that aren't familiar with Washington and Jefferson College, we are located in the state of Pennsylvania. We're in southwestern PA, located in Washington County in the city called Washington. So we're about 30 minutes southwest of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, so not far from the city at all. I would consider more of a suburb. Washington has more of a smaller city feel, which is nice. And we are close to a lot of major cities as well. Some of the ones that aren't listed on here, you are close to Cleveland and Columbus, about 2.5 hours each way. You're also close to some other major cities in North Carolina, such as Charlotte, about 6.5 hours away, and Raleigh is about 7. So a lot of our students do take day trips to these major cities as well, which is great. For those of you that have never been to Pittsburgh, this is the view of Pittsburgh. It's known as the City of Bridges. For those of you that have never seen it before, this is just a quick view of the city. And then this is just a little bit about Pittsburgh. Obviously, it's one of the larger cities, but for those of you that are unfamiliar, it's one of the top travel destinations for our Generation Z students. And a lot of our students that graduate and a lot of younger people do live in Pittsburgh. It's one of the top food cities for those of you that are food junkies like myself as well. But a lot of our students do work with some of these companies that you see over on the right-hand screen, PBG, PNC Bank, the Kraft Heinz, or the Heinz Museum that we have in Pittsburgh. A lot of our students after they graduate work with these major corporate companies once they graduate, and also even get internships from these companies as well, which is great. All of our students that graduate from WJ complete at least one career-related experience, or rather it's an internship or research. There's a lot of our students can get involved in. This is just a little bit about a history of W&J. It was founded in 1781. There's Washington College, and then there was Jefferson College. The two colleges joined together in 1865, and the building that you see on the top right is Old Main. That represents the union of Washington and Jefferson College, and we are nicknamed, of course, the presidents. Just a little bit about our academics. We are small, of course, a small private liberal arts college of about 1,200 students. So you can see that we have very small classroom sizes. Our average classroom size is roughly around 16 students. So they do get smaller. Potentially they can get smaller as you get into your major. which is really exciting for a lot of our students, yet more of that analysis and discussion that occurs. You can see that a number of our students also do study abroad as well. We have nearly 35 study abroad opportunities. We'll talk a little bit more about that shortly. This is our list of majors and minors. Washington and Jefferson College is well known for its health and law programs. So a lot of our students will pursue political science or any of our sciences. We have over a 90% acceptance rate in the medical and law school, and a majority of our alumni are actually doctors and lawyers. So they actually do finish medical and law school as well, which is really great. Some of our other popular programs include our business programs, psychology, and we also have some pre-professional programs, of course, that I mentioned, but dual degree engineering is very popular at Washington and Jefferson College as well. So this is our list of partners that we have. And a lot of our students love pursuing, as I mentioned, the health and law programs with a lot of interest in engineering too. We have an item other than the study abroad, which I'll talk a little bit more to. We have our Magellan Project. It's an opportunity where our students, based off of what they're interested in studying, they get to decide what they want to study and where they would like to travel to, which is really great because for students that have always wanted to do dream research and maybe have never been able to do it, it's a great opportunity for our students to take advantage of. So should it get approved by Washington and Jefferson College, they will cover all the cost for that student, including their travel, as long as it's within 2 weeks. So you can see some of the examples that our students have been involved in. So there's boundless opportunities that are available to our students, which I think is great. And then this is just a little bit about our study abroad. So you can see 40% of our students do travel while they're here at W&J. We do have J-term, which is abbreviated travel, usually after the winter break. We have our students that will pursue a J-term, which is about 7 to 10 days. And usually there's a travel component that goes with that too. And you can see we have nearly 40 partners and nearly 28 different countries. But some of our students will, of course, pursue others based off of their Magellan too, which is great. W&J has over 80 and now 80 active clubs and organizations. We originally had over 70, but we've been adding new ones, and we have 8 performing arts here at W&J too. And of course, we can't talk about extracurriculars without athletics. We are a Division III school, and we do offer 26 athletic teams here at W&J. So there's a lot for our students to get involved in. And then we also have some programs here to help our students navigate for our first-time freshmen and embark for our seniors. So there's a lot that we do to help students prepare for the next phase of their life. Moving along, I know I'm kind of running short on time here. I do want to mention, I mentioned medical and law school. We have a majority of our students, when they graduate, will have full-time employment or will continue their education within 6 months of graduation. This has been going on for the last couple of years now, so you can see that 97 percentile. That is very high. We hope that it continues to go up to the 100 percentile, but we have a lot of our students like success. I think what helps with that is that hands-on experience that our students get. And then this is the last piece of information I'll leave with y'all, our application. It is a free application. The only other item that we require is your high school transcripts. You can see here that all of our other items are optional. And once we get your application and transcripts, we'll complete your file and review it and make a decision within 2 weeks. A week later, we do award our merit-based scholarships as well, which ranges between $23,000 to $34,000 per year. So make sure you're thorough with your application. I'll look forward to seeing hopefully some of your applications soon. If you do have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for your time again. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day.
Wow, this group of presenters are total rock stars. You guys did awesome on all of those presentations. This brings us though to the end of our time together in tonight's session. So I will leave you with one last screen share. Thank you again to everyone for joining us this evening, students, families, attendees, and of course, all of our presenters. Students, when you close this window, you will see a link to a very quick, I promise, only 5 questions survey. If you're willing to provide any feedback for us, we would greatly appreciate it. And there are other sessions happening tomorrow, so please check out the website, sign up for anything else that you are interested in. And our last reminder, you will be able to find this session recording as well as all other session recordings at strivescan.com/CASDANY. Thank you so much once again. I'm sure all of our presenters would join me in saying that we wish you the absolute best of luck in your college search. All right, have a good evening, everyone.